If you're buying a home in Halifax this year, here's 4 things that you need to keep in mind. Number 1, be reasonable and look well under your budget. So it really depends on the area that you're looking at, but as realtors, we are pricing low to create a multiple offer situation for our clients selling way over asking. That's our goal, and we're pricing accordingly. So in other words, if you're looking up to $500,000 max budget, really you should be looking at homes more in the $399 kind of range, and in some areas, believe it or not, even lower than that. This is super important, and what you should do is you should have your realtor run the numbers for the statistics in your areas that you are searching in and trying to figure out what the average home is selling for over the asking price. So that way you know what budget to look in for homes that are actually going to sell within your max purchase price. Now, before I talk about my next 3 points, I'm going to ask you, if you like this content, click the subscribe button below and like this video. I post 2 videos on YouTube per week about the Halifax real estate market, so if you hit that notification bell, you won't miss any of my future videos. Also, my Calendly link is in the description below. You can book a call or a meeting with me anytime to chat about real estate. So tip number 2, and this one is super important: for the love of God, listen to your agent's advice from day one instead of finding out for yourself. So as realtors, it's our job to monitor the market extremely closely, which is changing every month and sometimes even week to week in this very fast-paced market. So you really need to pick a good agent and listen to their advice from day one. It is literally our job to help you. We're trying to help you buy a house in an extremely tough market. So you need to pick a good agent and listen to their advice. By the way, if you spend 6 months figuring it out for yourself and learning the hard way, that house that was priced at $350 6 months ago is probably going to be $370, $380, or even higher in 6 months from now. So just keep that in mind. If you listen from day one, you're going to be a lot happier and a lot faster through the buying process in this market. So tip number 3, don't wait for the market to cool. This market has been steadily increasing over the last 2 years, and all signs are pointing that this is going to continue in this fashion. So if you're waiting for the market to cool, it's likely not going to happen, and any house you're looking at today is likely going to be worth a lot more in 6, 9, or 12 months from now. So again, I understand that it's a difficult market and it's scary, but there's very likely not a market crash coming here. There are so many variables that would have to occur for this to happen, and I really don't see it coming. And to give you a little bit of context, I personally bought a house last year in a hot market, and it was an investment property, not a personal house. So I was buying purely on the financials, not on emotion, and I still bought a house because I believe this market is going to keep going in this upper direction. And also, for first-time home buyers, just remember, the first home doesn't have to be your forever home. It's so important to get into the market and build equity today so that you can level up in the future. So don't just think about that HGTV style house. Think about what you can afford today, get into the market, set some goals to level up in the future if that's what you want to do. Tip number 4, don't get too emotionally invested in a property before you get an accepted offer. Now, I understand as a buyer this is very difficult, but this is a really tough market, very competitive, and the reality is you're probably going to face some heartbreak before you get to that joy period in this market. So be positive, be realistic, and remember, you're probably going to face heartbreak, but at the end of the day, it will all be worth it for that final result when you do get a house. But it is extremely rare in this market as a buyer to get an accepted offer on the very first property that you write on. So there you have it. There's 4, kind of not so obvious tips. I'm not going to tell you to go get pre-approved because you already know that. So here's 4 not so obvious tips. I really hope that this helped and helped put some context into the crazy market news you've been hearing out there online. And if you want to chat about Halifax real estate anytime, just reach out to me, my Calendly link below, and you can book a call or a meeting with me at your convenience. Thanks for watching, and until next episode, have a great day.